Ever been scammed by Brad Pitt? Or what about Keanu Reeves? A few years ago, this would have been an absolutely ridiculous question. But welcome to 2025, where everyone, and I mean anyone, can pretend to be the most famous people on earth.
This video may not be perfect, but it is entirely AI generated.
That video was created in less than 3 minutes with a single photo and 3 seconds of my voice.
Anyone from, the 8-year-old to the 80-year-old can create a realistic deepfake attack in just a few minutes.
Good enough to fool a government agency?
Oh, definitely to fool a government agency. I think more troubling is good enough to fool, the parent of a child.
These scammers have stolen millions off of innocent victims. They've ruined reputations and even almost started wars.
Right now, there's no federal law stopping someone from making a deepfake. Raviv says some of his clients have stopped using social media entirely because they can't trust what they see online.
So today, I'm going to show you the twisted minds behind it all and how to never be their next target. And if you think the story has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention to the news.
Здравствуйте. Я студент и учусь в Санкт-Петербургском государственном университете.
Want to know a terrifying truth? You think with the infinite amount of scam prevention videos on the internet, scammers would be going out of business. They're not. Not only are they still active, they're growing and evolving like a parasite. And now, we're at the point where we can't even believe our own eyes. Why is Brad Pitt telling me to give him my bank details? No, Anne Hathaway, you can't have my life savings. This might seem obvious to anyone who lives on the internet, but for anyone who doesn't, these AI celebrity videos look way too real to be simply fake. Take a look at this.
Would recur because just the physics of how it's built. This is deepfake example of what is possible with powerful computer and editing.
Technology is morally neutral. As it develops, the positive output will so far outweigh the negative, nefarious uses.
So, who are these bastards? Well, I hate to spoil the surprise, but it isn't Brad Pitt. It's definitely not Tom Cruise. When you find out who it is, you'll know you're in trouble. But before that, I need to tell you something. Listen closely, because if you miss it, you'll be their next victim.
Hello, Sunshine. I'm making this video so you know I'm real and will never do anything to hurt you.
That's not Owen Wilson. AI can now easily fake video and audio, too.
I respect you for your patience and understanding since we crossed paths. You're an amazing woman.
The only way to avoid this scam completely, if you don't know the tricks, is by getting off the internet. Now, this might sound like fear-mongering, but you need to see how the scam works first to understand why I'm saying this. Do you know what a deepfake is? You see fake and you have an idea, but what's deep about it? A deepfake, explained simply, is like an AI mask. It scans thousands of clips of a person or celebrity, and then you just slip it on the face of someone else, and you're now almost indistinguishable from the original person.
Over the weekend, his daughter Zelda speaking out, writing, "I've already heard AI used to get my dad's voice to say whatever people want. I find it personally disturbing." And now celebrities are fighting back.
If you're from a time where the most intelligent a scammer could get was to call from India with a thick Indian accent and pretend to be your bank, I'm very sorry, but 2025 is an absolute wild beast. And if you don't have what I'm about to share with you, you don't stand a chance. Did you notice how I said almost indistinguishable? Almost. Meaning there's still time before the technology is absolute bulletproof. Which means we still have a few tricks up our sleeves to spot these scumbags. Well, what are they? How about I show you? Now, I hate to burst any of your bubbles, but Taylor Swift doesn't know who you are, as she most definitely doesn't want your money. We could go into the technical side of looking and analyzing each pixel and mapping the movement patterns, etc., etc. Or you can simply understand this one tip that'll keep your money safe from these scammers. Celebrities don't know who you are and they don't need your money. Done. But what if someone steals the face and voice of your children, or your parents, or anyone in your life that you love? now we're in trouble.
As real as your own reflection in the mirror, a digital clone, but one that someone else controls. Scammers can make you say whatever they want. And that deep fake is so convincing, it can trick your closest relatives into sending money to strangers.
How the hell do you defend against a scammer who looks and sounds exactly like a loved one? Well, you don't. Well, not in the traditional sense anyway.
I'm not real, not even a little bit.
And text me the code. I need it urgently.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure I have the ability to do that. How can I know it's you, and what can I do?
Okay, I understand your concern. I need you to do this quickly.
Let's say your daughter calls you, crying, looking for money to bail her out of jail or pay her hospital bill. She's sick, dying, or having been arrested. Unlike the fake Brad Pitt, you can't just hang up, just in case your daughter really is in trouble. So how do you do that? You're going to feel silly when you hear me say this, but call back. If she says she's your daughter, then hang up and call her usual number. And if you think that they stop at cloning your daughter, wait until you see what happens when they come for your face.
After I saved a widow from getting scammed by a fake Air Force officer by sharing the real interview I did with the former 4-star general and his wife, the scammers sent her an email supposedly from me saying I was wrong and don't tell my bosses. They offered this AI-generated press credential as proof they were me.
This is going to freak a lot of you out. And to say that after we've talked about AI celebrities and people cloning your loved ones, you know I'm being serious. You are somebody's loved one. So what happens when they use your face to trick someone you care about? But most importantly, how do you stop it so that no one ever thinks you stole from them and broke their heart? Well, as long as there's footage of you on the internet, the scammers have material.
President Trump is a total and complete dick.
But as AI technology gets better and more believable, Fareed worries about populations primed for manipulation. How do I know that you're not a deepfake?
That's the right question, isn't it?
But you cannot let them win, and you definitely shouldn't hide. So what you do is this. Share this video with all of your friends, so if anyone ever does use your face to scam your family and friends, they'll know it's not you.
Well, if it's indiscernible from the authentic voice, where does that leave us?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's really leaving us in a new reality where individual consumers need to think twice before, trusting a video or audio of someone that they know.
Now, the final big question you've all been waiting for. Who are these criminals? They're not pranksters in a basement. They're part of organized fraud networks. Global scam rings stretching from Southeast Asia to Europe to North America. These are professional operations hidden behind fake ads, fake accounts, and constantly evolving tech. They stay anonymous, they stay mobile, and they're always one step ahead. And that's exactly why you can't fight them alone. The only way to protect yourself and your loved ones is by staying aware and staying updated. And that's what I do here. I dig through the scams, I expose the tricks, and show you how to defend yourself and your wallet before it's too late. So subscribe, and most importantly, stay safe. Because the next face they steal might be yours.